I'll be professional. I promise.
No, it doesn't have to be professional.
No,
First
I know,
question.
I'm just kidding. Yes.
It's a math question. Choice
Okay.
A, B. No, I'm just kidding. How you doing today?
Good.
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 You just did the WOD.
Yes.
How'd it feel?
Amazing. It's hot.
It's not nearly as hot as it was. It's like a super chill day today.
And
Yeah,
here
it's a little.
hot because it's like a little small room. But no, because it's like after those workouts like that, I feel like I'm in a sauna.
Yeah.
So like with the rowing, thrusters, but thrusters are like my favorite.
Yeah.
Anything that's like, ground to overhead, like wall balls, thrusters, overhead squats. Anything that, walking lunges, anything that you hold over your head, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You enjoy those activities?
I enjoy that workout, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I just feel like it gives you like a full body workout.
Sure.
And I just feel a little bit stronger when you are holding something overhead. I think your body is a little bit, I don't know, I feel like that.
Sure, yeah.
Like you feel like a little bit more stabilized in your movements.
Yep.
Versus if everything's, I don't know, you're more wobbly if everything's like down here versus if you're able to hold overhead, you just feel a little bit more stable, I feel like.
Do you find that that's like partially like tied to like a job requirement? Like are you an ER nurse?
Yeah.
You're an ER nurse. Yeah. Shit hits the fan. You got to be able to execute or whatever.
Yeah. No.
No?
No, I don't think that correlates.
Or are there people at your job that just like, come on, John, what are you doing? Huffing and puffing, and he can't. I've never been an ER nurse, so I don't really know if it's like television.
I think it's more mental.
Sure.
It's definitely more mental.
Okay.
When shit hits the fan, it's definitely more mental.
Okay.
I don't think it benefits you to move around any faster.
Sure.
I think you need to move around slower.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough.
Think a little bit more clear,
Sure.
efficiently. Versus if you're like, rushing around
Sure.
and you start, tripping up and making mistakes. So yeah, definitely when shit hits the fan at work, I take 2 steps back and
Sure.
work much better.
So basically what you're saying is I shouldn't take television doctors as what really happens and people are running around screaming and hitting stuff?
No.
Okay. My first mistake.
They don't even do CPR right. They're like, okay, they're just like pressing like this and it's, definitely, that is not the way it works.
Fair enough. Okay.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing CrossFit? It's
so
been like a long
everybody's
time.
I feel like I've been saying 5 years for like the last 3 years.
Sure.
So, God, I don't know. I'm going to say, because I've been with you guys for like, almost 3 years? And then prior to that was like 2 years. Yeah. So probably still 5 years.
Yeah.
It's always going to be 5 years.
Yep.
No, I don't know, like maybe 6, 7 years. So I hate to say that because I don't feel like, I don't know. I'm not.
It's whatever.
Yeah, because I'm not the CrossFitter that's trying to like, make gains all the time. I mean, I am, but I'm not trying to like compete or hit my PRs all the time. I'm just trying to, maintain and, stay strong and, for sure, like, get stronger, but, Yeah.
Well, I mean, getting stronger is all within context, right? So sometimes getting stronger is a 10-pound PR on your deadlift, and another version of that is being able to maintain your posture in a difficult situation with maybe a small outside load, but you can hang and not break and hurt yourself.
Yes.
There's many ways to contextualize that.
Yeah, I'm understanding that a lot more.
It's huge.
Because I think, I don't know, I think we know that, but people tend to pull back a little bit more and work on that form because they want to make that better time sort of thing. I think it's a mental thing there.
Yeah.
Don't you think so?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
It's I feel like there's a little timeline, right? So the first 6 months you have no idea what you're doing. So it's like you can't make heads or tails is what's going on. But that 6 months to 2 years window is a very like we're gonna get it and I'm gonna PR and like I'm gonna beat you and all this stuff.
Right.
As soon as you eclipse past that, I feel like you kind of evaluate like, all right, this elbow thing has been hurting for a while. Like I need to peel back and attend to that. I've been ignoring my position on my this and that, and the coach just keeps saying like, okay, I'm going to take a step back, I'm going to fix all this stuff because, again, the elbow, those things creep in.
Yeah, you get smarter because at first the adrenaline, because you're feeling like so good, it's like amazing, and you're stronger, and you have the adrenaline going like when you're new. And then, then later on, I think you should get a little bit smarter and
hopefully
and stuff. So yeah.
Most definitely. What'd you do before CrossFit?
So before CrossFit, so I've always been doing something, whether it be like tapes at home or yoga or 24-hour fitness, or walking, running, whatever. I did boxing, kickboxing,
right.
LA boxing. I did all those things. And, you know, I think I loved all of them, but, and they for sure work, and I think they're fun.
Yep.
But I think they're not, for me anyway, it's not sustainable because, you know, I get bored really easy.
Sure.
So then I tend to like, so I'll do something and I'll just like move on to something else, like after a year or two. And like kickboxing was, I remember I fell in love with kickboxing. Have you ever heard of LA boxing in Walnut Creek? It used to be in Walnut Creek.
Yeah, that was on it was like.
The corner by,
it was like across the street from like the Maria thing, or.
Yes.
Okay,
so I used to go there.
Okay, right on.
And I was like in love, like, oh my God, I love this.
Yeah.
I just felt like I found something that I'll probably do long term. But then, of course, after like a year and a half, you find yourself going in there and doing the same kind of move. So you just kind of get bored with that. And so CrossFit's like the longest thing I've done.
Sure, yeah.
And it's just like different all the time. It's like, I love it. It's like I never, ever get bored. Ever.
Yeah. Yeah, same here.
So, yeah, I just feel like it's something I'll just, you know, want to do forever. I think it's a little bit sustainable just because it offers variety.
Right, yeah. When it's done in the right way. I mean, you know, you could, if you were to just amplify the CrossFit of like 10 or 15 years ago, you know, it was very gritty and bloody and new and, you know, for badasses only and stuff. And, you know, it's evolved and the whole system has become a lot smarter. And, you know, which is obviously good. But if it just never graduated, it probably wouldn't have been sustainable. You probably would have had all the OGs who started it off just broken and battered, and
so they've manipulated it a little bit to.
Well, I mean, the whole thing has evolved.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, just the messages you see from the top, and the transparency with which a lot of athletes train, and they share their programming, and you know, everything is about recovery and diet. You know, it's not just because the roots of it are just like, this is the hardest thing. I can't wait to go smash myself, and that is kind of a road to nowhere. It's a cool thing to start with, but
that's how it initially was.
Oh, right? Yeah. Well, I mean, if you go back and watch Every Second Counts, which is the documentary of the 2008 CrossFit Games, it's just, you know, it's just very gritty and new. And
when did it, and when was it CrossFit born? Like, what year was that? How many years?
2000, 2001.
Oh, yes, that's
something
still
like that.
Super new.
Oh, yeah, all things considered, it's ridiculously new.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But, I mean, it's really only become, I mean, the first games was in 2007, and you just basically show up and do it. And then by the time it got to, like, 2009, it was, like, a thing. And then it didn't really hit mainstream. Its mainstream peak was probably like 2015, 16, 17 or something like that. And then everything kind of plateaus a little bit. So, yeah. But, yeah. So you're doing a whole bunch of different stuff before CrossFit.
Yeah.
And now you've been doing this for 5 years running.
Still 5 years.
Yeah.
So when you interview me in 2 more years, it'll still be 5 years.
Yeah.
So, yeah, about 6-7 years, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Very good.
Yeah.
What, I mean, what kind of goals do you have? What is on your radar?
So, like, as far as...
like whatever. Moves and stuff. You tell me.
So, yeah. So, gosh, always to, you know, like, working out is like brushing my teeth. Without it, I can't function. So, just always to just maintain, you know, to be healthy, to defy, you know, the aging, and to definitely get stronger. And specifically, I would say, like, you know, there's some moves that I've gotten since I've joined this gym, and that's double unders, and so, but I would like to finally get like a strict pull up or kipping. I know I need to put the work in, and I'm not doing that. So, but so I guess that's a goal that I haven't really taken the steps to, you know, accomplish. So, but so that, to play softball.
Absolutely.
To be on a Concord Walnut Creek softball league.
Sure. So let's talk about softball a little bit.
Okay.
You clearly grew up playing all sorts of sports and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of funny to go out into the diamond and I see everyone in exactly one context, and they move how they move and they lift how they lift, and you go like, okay, this is my assessment of them as an athlete.
Oh, you mean in the gym? You can
assess
that? Okay.
Well, I guess what I'm saying is I don't have any other context.
Yeah.
And then I see someone go out onto the field and it's like, wow, that person knows exactly what they're doing. Oh, that person was a little bit lost. You know, it's just kind of interesting to see that gym competency is not necessarily correlated to athletic competency, obviously. But it's just interesting to see like, oh wow, this person's like a little secret skilled, you know, baseball ninja or softball ninja or whatever. Yeah, it's cool to see.
What, did you not think that I was an athletic person?
Is that what you took from that?
Yeah. Always a negative. Right. I know. That was like a negative thought. Sorry. Yeah, I guess I did though. No, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying. So, like, I kind of did the same thing.
Sure.
Like, I could probably assess, like, who could probably throw the ball and who couldn't.
Sure.
So, I'm going to call Katie Himsel out that I knew, just knowing her and working out with her.
Sure.
When I got to the field, I was like, oh my God, there's Katie. I want to throw the ball with her.
Yeah.
Because I knew that she had a good arm. So.
Yep.
And I didn't know she had a good arm, but clearly I had that intuition and she had a good arm. So it was fun playing catch with her. So.
Right.
Yeah. So, but yeah, you're able to like, I mean, I could probably kind of tell. I knew that you would probably be good because you seem like you're athletic.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I grew up playing softball, so I feel very comfortable on the field. I feel like I'm home in my element. I feel like this is your element.
Very much so. It has become my element. This wasn't always my element. I am. If you take my whole life, I am still a person that has failed catastrophically at the gym, and it's only been in the most recent 10 years or so that I've succeeded.
What do you mean you failed at the gym?
Go for 6 weeks, then stop. Be skinny fat. Try and go to the gym. You know, just a long history of failing at the gym until...
Because you didn't really like what you were doing. What were you doing at the time that you were failing?
I was in college. Yeah.
Oh, well then you were probably busy drinking.
Pretty much. Well, I mean, like, well into my late 20s. Basically, under the guidance of Andrew, started to succeed with gym stuff, and then we opened this, and the intent was never, I don't even know what the intent was, to be quite honest, but like, I never was like, oh, I'm going to be the gym guy. I was like, oh, I'll be the business guy, and you can be the gym guy. And then slowly but surely, I've kind of like evolved into like, oh, I can be a gym guy too. I'm cool with this. This is fine. No, but seriously, back to the softball thing. That's not a dig at all. It's interesting because you can take, and it goes both ways. You can take an exceptional athlete and be like, wow, that person just has all the tools and skills. And you go into the gym and you go, what happened? Or you take someone who just kills it and everything is perfect. You take them out to the field where, it's skills. It's not like numbers. It's skills. It's running, throwing, and jumping. You go, oh, what happened? It's not necessarily connected.
Yeah.
And sometimes it is, but...
Yeah, well, I mean, it's completely different moves, too. So what I was surprised about, actually, because I haven't played in a while.
Sure.
So I used to, growing up, so I started in 3rd grade, I played up until high school, fast pitch.
Mm-hmm.
Then I did slow pitch over the years and co-ed. That's been a few years. So, but every time, like, I would take a break from it, I'd get back on the field to play. It's like, I felt like I was throwing weird, and my arm was sore. Yeah. So I was thinking, like, oh, God, like, before we played, like, I totally have to get out there and get to the batting cages. Yep. I have to, like, throw because my arm's... And I went out there and I just felt like I was just completely, like, warmed up initially from the get-go.
Sure.
Even, like, hitting, like... So I'm thinking CrossFit probably, just my workouts here, whatever, have...
Yes.
Helped with that.
And so, all these things are... related in interesting ways, right? So my dad trains here. Have you ever met my dad?
I think once.
He's the old guy. He's almost 70, right?
Yeah, he looks good.
Yeah, he's doing great for 70.
Yeah.
And so he told, it was a couple years ago. He's in his mid-60s or something. He goes, I got to say, I've been playing golf for 30 years or whatever it is, and in my mid-60s, I'm hitting the ball longer and straighter and feeling better than I was in my 30s. Mm-hmm. And the only thing that's changed, I mean, I've gotten older. The only thing that's changed is, I have strength and conditioning in my life. Mm-hmm. So it truly can leverage your assets. Yeah. I mean, in a strength and conditioning context, you have your skills and you have your strength and conditioning. They're not necessarily correlated, but one can leverage and push the other.
Yeah.
And so you've been active and you've been deadlifting and you haven't been throwing, but you've been doing pull-ups, and you haven't been running, but you've been I've
been running.
You did some running.
Yeah.
Right? So it's close enough.
Yeah. But no, running around the base, just running the third, it's just like I was gonna die. Running the base was a little hard. But
really?
I mean, in baseball, you're kind of just standing there. But
there's a lot of standing. Yeah.
There's a lot of standing, but you always have to be ready.
Yes. Baseball ready.
So no, just like but still the throwing that you're not used to throwing. But I was just surprised that it
just came back.
Felt good. Yeah, I felt good. So I was so excited. It was an amazing day. So again, thank you. It was awesome.
100%.
I want to do it again.
I had a great time.
Yeah.
And here's the tricky thing that Andrew and I balance is like, okay, we're a gym, right?
Yeah.
Obviously. And so is playing a softball game integral and necessary to a gym function? Well, no, but it does create that nice little glue that kind of keeps the whole thing together and keeps people, I was talking to my wife about this. If someone is like kind of puttering along and then, it's been a couple of weeks and then, I'm just going to drop. Versus if somewhere in there they're like, oh, that softball game, we'll go to a softball game. Wow, I had a great time.
Yeah.
Hey, I haven't seen you. I haven't been in a while. And that kind of reels you back into the process of continuity at the gym.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's necessary, not necessary. It's very difficult to plan. It's time consuming.
Yes.
So it's a hard thing for Andrew and I to balance and do.
For sure.
Yeah.
No, I was thinking in my head, like it would. So I used to play softball, and then when I was older, I played for a bar league. Way back when.
Sure. Yeah.
It was played for CJ's. And did you ever hear CJ's? It's on Contra Costa Boulevard.
Yeah.
Bar.
Oh, funny story about that. Yeah, but go ahead.
So I played for them.
Sure.
So I was thinking potentially.
You played for them? I don't understand.
It's a bar league.
So the bar has a team.
Bar has a team.
Okay.
So they sponsored us.
Okay, that's awesome. Yeah.
So then whoever won, we would go to their bar. For, drinking, whatever.
Yep.
So I was thinking, man, Eric could do a CrossFit league, and then, you could be the co-founder. It's like, who's ever done something like that? All of a sudden, CrossFits have a CrossFit, because there's 7 CrossFit gyms total in Walnut Creek. And
there's plenty in a 10-minute radius to.
Right.
For sure.
So instead of thinking, oh, let's do this, I don't know, play against somebody, and then somebody else, hey, I want to do that, and then all of a sudden you have this big league, and it would be.
That's kind of interesting.
I don't know. I just start it slow. I don't know. Just play a game and switch up, and then maybe somebody else will want to join in. All of a sudden, before you know it, you have a league.
Yeah.
And you would be the founder of that.
It's probably not going to be me.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I could co-found it with somebody. It's.
I know it's a lot. It's a lot of work.
Well, I mean, so here's another just kind of behind the scenes thing is over the last we've been open 7 years, I have been approached and pitched 25 ideas, legit business ideas where it's this, not just oh hey, you should paint a thing this color, a task, a legit business.
Yeah.
And you go,
right.
Oh, what am I going to do with that?
Yeah.
And you try a couple of things, and some things have gone further than others, but it's because everyone's together and they have different interests and ideas. It's just a receptacle for people. Hey, what about this? I'm pretty busy.
Right.
It's
I know.
It's
everybody's
hard.
Pitching soccer. Or let's do this. Everyone's throwing all this stuff at you, and you're probably just oh my god.
Yeah.
So maybe somebody else needs to.
I would love to push power and empower.
Yeah. Whoever.
Anyone that is
Yeah.
Wink, wink. I can't really wink. You
start
a softball league.
Yeah.
Thing amongst CrossFit gyms. Yeah, I think that'd be really cool.
I know. Wouldn't that be cool though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just and it could be a super truncated season. It's 2 months long, and every gym plays every gym once or something, and then you have a playoff, and it's hey, cool, that's it. That'd be fun. Yeah. Yeah, and especially because I'm sure between both gyms you've been a part of, you've done tons of activities over the year. You went to the ping pong thing, right?
Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Way less successful than softball. Right?
Yes.
So you do all the planning and you try and coordinate people together and the emails and you buy the thing, you do the stuff, and then 4 people show up. It was fun. We had a great time.
Yes.
But it's I want to invest my energy in the most best things, not 10 experimental things that flop.
Well,
you know.
But that's how you find out where people are interested in, right?
For sure.
And it's like that's what I like about you guys, because you just keep going and going and doing.
Sure, yeah.
You don't like just nobody hardly anybody came out for ping pong, so you're gonna stop there.
Yep.
I just think like when you just keep putting that energy out there, eventually something is gonna great's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So clearly, softball was good. It was a huge success.
Oh, yeah.
It's like,
I think everyone had a great time.
Well, there was a lot of people. So clearly that's a that's a fan favorite.
For sure. Well, and then a lot of people just came to kind of just hang out.
Right.
There's a bunch of people there that didn't even play. And so it was like, well, that's great, because it's just, it's a thing to do.
It's all American kind of fun.
Yeah, for sure.
How do you guys like it here?
Oh, it's great. Yeah. I mean, well, it's interesting because, we stepped into this space and it just was what it was. And we're like, all right, what are we going to do? And so this room in particular it wasn't vacant. It was full of garbage for, I mean, when did I meet with, it was 2 weeks ago. This place was full of garbage.
Oh, this place right here?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Well, it's still half full of garbage. But
they left their...
No, that's all our stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, that's definitely all our stuff, 100%.
Trash talking them.
But the thing was, it's just like, what are we going to do with these rooms? And, what Nathan and David tried was, it'll be like massage or chiropractic and stuff. And that's very tricky, because have you seen Dr. Maddock, our chiropractor guy?
No.
So he has his own practice. He doesn't have time to come out here.
Yeah.
So you get a brand new person, and it's like, that's tricky. So we're like, what are we going to do with these rooms? And so, now we're having conversations in here.
Yeah.
So, hey, I can't think of too many better uses for it off the bat.
Yeah, they used to, they had a chiropractor room in where the
was it the next room over?
Yeah, where the equipment room is,
Oh,
or
okay.
the weights and stuff, the rack and stuff, So and I think this was an office.
Yeah, I think it was just an office.
And another one over there was another office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, because, I mean, this place is zoned for gyms, but it's not really, meant to be a gym,
Yeah.
I mean, half the space is not gym floor, so, but, we make do.
Yeah. No, I like it. I like how big it is, and we all hang out a lot more, and hang around a lot more, and
Well, it was tough in downtown too, because basically, as soon as you cross into the garage doors, you might be in someone's way.
Yes.
So it's kind of tough to loiter,
Yeah.
And you have the little office tucked to the side, and so maybe you could stop by and just be like, oh, hey, what's up, Eric?
Right.
But there's no place to just truly chill and not be in anyone's way.
Yeah, you were basically all shoved in the corner.
Yeah. Right. That corner off to the left. It makes it a little tricky.
Yeah.
So.
But no, I like the space though.
Oh.
I like it's like a all around, good space, and
yeah, we're trying to make it that way.
Yeah.
Still got some development and plans for the end game.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So is that a big fixture in the fitness thing for you? Is we want to do something that lasts a while.
Oh yeah.
Right.
And
you
that
don't want
works.
a little. When I write articles and lead emails to people, and I'm like, do you want a fitness relationship or a fitness fling?
Yeah.
I try and put it in those terms.
Because that's what I think. Because I work with a lot of nurses, a lot of people, and they're always like, "Oh, let's do this P292," or and they're they pay $500 and they lost all their weight they wanted to lose,
Sure.
and they got their check back and they're so happy and they look great. Turn around a month later, they're not doing it, and they gain all the weight back.
Yeah.
Because it requires so much time, and it's some of these workouts you have to do for 2 hours, 3 times a week, and I don't know. It's just, I think there's all those gimmicks and stuff like that, and I just don't think there's so many workouts that are not sustainable, that aren't going to take you to the. It's just they just don't incorporate into your life. It just doesn't work for your life. They're busy.
Sure.
People are busy.
Yeah.
They're busy moms. They just don't have time to maybe, work out for an hour and a half on PT92, like 5 days a week or whatever.
Sure.
I don't know. I think people just kind of go crazy at it first, and then they start off so fast, and then they just kind of like lose it and lose interest. And I don't know. I just think, I guess everybody has their own little thing that they like, and I don't know, just CrossFit works for me.
Yeah. I mean, that's the great trick of fitness. I mean, I don't know. You're on Facebook pretty often, right? So,
well,
do you get marketed to by fitness things and diet things and?
Not really.
That stuff gets hammered to me all the time. I think it's because of the interest I pick on Facebook or I don't know, whatever pages I follow or something. And they all have the same principal message, and it's you can have the unattainable thing that you want, cheap, fast, and easy. And that's the trap that's been set.
Yeah.
Because as a marketer, I know that that's the holy grail that people have been trying to get and they can't get to. And I know I can push that button of want and need and insecurity or whatever it is, and they'll pay the whatever amount it is, and maybe I'll give them some blip of success, and then I cash out and they move on their way.
Yeah, because they want what's easy and fast.
Fitness isn't like that.
Yeah.
It's just not.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, it truly is building relationships. So it'd be like, hey, I want to fall in love, get married, have kids, and live happily ever after. And I really need to do this in 6 weeks. It's like, you can't meet and develop a relationship with anybody of substance that quick.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
And so, not to get all like wooey and lovey-dovey about fitness, but it's a long, protracted process. I don't know much more to say about it. And so that's the approach we try and take is, I want to see you here 5 years from now. So the way we set everything up is to keep you here as long as possible so that you want to be here. Right. We want to make this place the best place in your day.
Yeah.
Not the place you hate.
Yeah. How is that, like, as a, a business owner of a gym? Because people do, they come in and out,
Yep.
It's like, always, it's just like, it must be hard to have people come and go, and then you like the, like, just always trying to.
Well, I mean, okay, so on one side you have Planet Fitness, and Planet Fitness is basically banking on a huge proportion of their members not showing up. So they charge $10 a month, and 99% of the people don't show up. So their gym is empty. I mean, I don't really know. I've never been to Planet Fitness, but that's my impression.
Right.
All the way on the other hand, you have...
They don't care if the gym is empty as long as they're
they don't care. Because they have, some contract and it's $10 a month, and so people are like, it's only $10. I'll go next month, so that kind of thing.
Yeah.
All the way on the other hand, you have celebrity so-and-so there are people that pay a fitness trainer to come with them and slap food out of their mouth and wake them up and tell them when to work out. And they pay someone like a full-time wage to live with them and be their personal trainer, assistant person, right? So that is for almost no one. So in the middle somewhere is a place that you enjoy, a place that you want to go to, a place that's relatively convenient, relatively affordable, that you work out with people that you like. And we realize, and most of the good CrossFit gyms out there realize, that this is founded upon fitness. And the very next thing is establishing relationships with people so that I know what you're all about so that I can help you. Because I can't help you if you don't show up. And I can't help you if I'm not there and you're just here with a bunch of equipment paying $10 a month. No one's getting helped. And so if you put all those pieces together, you got a reasonably decent chance of keeping some people around and having a successful gym.
Yeah.
So let's try and keep it simple. That's basically what Andrew and I do. And, don't get lost in the weeds of, like, price matching and key performance indicators and, business school kind of stuff. It's like, that's what we're trying to do.
How long have you guys been in business for? When did you open?
We ran our first class August 1st, 2012. So it's
2012.
Yeah, so it just came up on 7 years. So we're in our 8th year right now.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah. Things are going
That's
going
awesome.
well.
So that's a successful business, isn't it? Like, I mean,
yeah.
Because most, if you keep it beyond, what do they say, if you open a business and it goes beyond so many years, it's...
Sure.
Right?
It's hard. No, 100%. Oh, man. When we were in downtown,
imagine.
holy crap. The number of businesses that we saw come and go in the span of us opening was ridiculous. Yeah. Oh, it was crazy. It was that corner, Cypress and Locust. Mm-hmm. It's like a cursed corner. Nobody could stay in business in there.
Yeah, and I think that Chili's, that restaurant that's been vacant for.
That has been vacant. Was there for. Right, okay, so Chili's was there all throughout my childhood because I grew up in Walnut Creek, and my family would go there on like Saturday nights. We'd eat family dinner or whatever.
Oh, really?
We'd go to Chili's. And then we got old and moved away. And so probably somewhere when I was like 20, so it's like I don't know, 15 years ago. That Chili's hasn't been there in like 15 years.
And nothing's been there for 15 years.
There was this restaurant called Stell Bistro that was there for 2 years.
Oh, really?
And I went there once. It was terrible. There was never anyone in there. And here's the crazy thing. That building was built, I don't know, 50 years ago. The guy who owns it has owned it since the beginning. The rent for that Chili's building, guess, how much do you think somebody would have to pay per month to rent that Chili's building?
Okay, so I'll overestimate it. $20.
$20?
$20. $20K?
$35,000 a month.
What?
Yeah.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Nope.
$35,000.
Yep.
Well, no wonder it's still vacant.
Yeah. So the guy who owns it is like 90 years old. It's been paid off for 2 decades.
Oh,
He's paying property taxes from the 80s. He doesn't give a shit.
But still, I mean, he could make, why doesn't he lower it to like $20K? It would make something.
Every 10 years, some poor sap goes in there for 2 years and pays him $1 million in rent. And then eventually they just sell it. Yeah, that building is probably, that corner, just that building is probably worth $5 million.
And then, so then across the street from that is the old bar. That's still empty.
Sauced?
No, it's like right across the street.
Oh, Krogan's.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that was different. I think they got, somebody got murdered there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a crime there.
Yeah.
I know, that's crazy. But still, okay, so somebody got murdered there, like, 5 years ago? They can open it back up. Like, why aren't they opening it? I'm all so glad
somebody who knows, right?
I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah, may he rest in peace. But give me my bar back, right?
I didn't mean it like that. I just meant, like, that's not the reason why they can't rent it out.
This is probably grossly inaccurate and put together from hearsay and stuff, but my impression of it is that the building was old and dilapidated, and their liquor license would not be renewed, and they got the building condemned or shut down or something like that, because in order to upgrade the building, they would have to pull permits. In order to pull permits, they'd have to upgrade their liquor license.
Is that same 90-year-old guy that owns it?
No, I don't think. Well, I don't know. And because they could, so it was like this domino effect of they were basically stuck and they ran out some timeline of some kind. Mm-hmm. That's probably grossly inaccurate, but that's was my impression. Is they basically ran up to the end of the line and were just like, we can't stay here anymore because of some permitting, building, something thing that stood in their way.
Yeah. Well, there's just a lot of buildings, businesses that are empty in Walnut Creek.
City of Walnut Creek is an interesting place.
Yeah. So it seems like, too, like a lot of people, it seemed like we're saying when we were moving out here that it was going to be hard for them to come out here.
Sure.
But it seems like they're just all tried it, and a lot of them are here.
Many of them are. And I was kind of holding my breath and not acknowledging that for like a solid 4 or 5 months, because you have, hey, I'll give it a shot, and it doesn't work out, and it takes 3 months to find that out.
Yeah.
It's not going to work, and then 3 or 4 months later, like, I'll give it a try, and it does work out.
Yeah.
So you don't really know how the dust settles.
Yeah.
And it's like anything, and I'm not going to sit here and Andrew and I toot our own horn and anything like that. But if people find something they like, and then they can find a way to make it work, and there's a routine, and they're like, oh, if I take this street and this street and I leave at this time, it only takes me 5 extra minutes. Like, whatever, that's not that bad.
Well,
so you find a strategy.
Well, I used to work here, or I used to work out here at this building. So I used to make the trek here.
Right.
It wasn't bad. I was just the gym I went to. Is just what I did, and of course, when I went to Walnut Creek, it was super convenient because I was able to walk there. And then when you were going to change again, it was like, oh wow, the drive. This was like so convenient, but people get used to it. It's like, you know, you're just thinking that it's going to be difficult. No way, it's not going to work. But, you know, when you do it, it's just, you know, habits are, you know,
you find a routine.
Habits are hard. Yeah.
You make it work. There's this weird thing. When I used to commute to Oakland, you know, I would take BART. And I found this really weird thing, which sounds crazy, but it makes perfect sense. So if I left my house at 7:30, I'd hit every light. I get stuck in traffic.
Yeah.
I left at 7:22, clear sailing.
Yeah.
And you go, oh, there's this weird human psychology at play where everyone is like, oh, I'm going to leave at 7:30. It's a nice round half hour.
Yes.
No one leaves at 7:22 because that's, that's weird.
Yeah.
I'll leave at 7:30. And so everyone does that, and then there's traffic. Leave at 7:22 and you're golden. So you find these little hacks, and it's like,
definitely a difference.
Yeah.
Like if I leave my house when I go to work in the morning, if I leave at 6:40 versus 6:43, there's a whole huge difference.
Seriously.
Just like 3 minutes. So because I've learned how to time the lights. I know exactly what
Yep.
time the light by my house turns green, and then I hit all the green lights.
Yep.
And if I don't, I hit all the red lights. I'm late, and yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you find those little hacks. I mean,
But
you know, bringing it back to center on that. I mean, truly for some people, you know, we talked about it, and they're like, look, it takes me this amount of time, and my job changed, and you know, and it's like, hey, I completely understand, because trust me, it was not my first choice to move the gym 5 miles away and risk. You know, it's not like, hey everyone, I got this great idea, and all it is going to be is moving the gym 5 miles away. Everyone's on board, right? And people are like, what are you talking about? It was like, hey, I got some bad news. They're forcing us out against our will, and our only option is 5 miles away. What do you think? You know, so it was like, all other things equal, we'd probably still be in Walnut Creek. That was a good little spot.
Really was.
Yeah.
Really
it's was. Like dingy and shitty, but like there was a certain little charm to it, you know?
Yeah.
It's this hidden little gem.
It's just ridiculous. I think, you know, it brings some kind of having a CrossFit gym, cute little gym like that brings some flavor.
Sure.
To, you know, a city. I just, it's a shame.
Well, I mean, look, every population and city and stuff, you know, they decide what they want to do and they go down that road. But the thing that Downtown Walnut Creek in particular, I mean, you know, I can't speak for the whole city, but Downtown Walnut Creek in particular is it's just going to be high-end stuff and a bunch of Starbuckses.
I know.
And then that's it. And so it'll be, you know, the only place to work out will be a Soul Cycle that charges $35 a class.
Orange Theory, which is, you know, fine. I mean, I've no animosity towards Orange Theory, but when I heard some of their like policies and charging and stuff, I was like, "Oh man, you guys are killing people." So they just didn't. So they're turning that place like literally into a parking space. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know that's the sort, you know, the whole paved paradise and put up a parking lot. That's kind of like the galling thing is like, really, for 12 parking spaces?
Yeah.
Come on. But, you know.
But it's kind of, still it'd be kind of it's kind of expensive down there to.
Well, I mean, that was the beauty of it, is that place was such a piece of shit that they didn't charge us hardly anything for it. So it wasn't
really no other place to.
Right. It wasn't nearing market value. But, I mean, that's the irony of it, is that we moved out here and we have a bigger, nicer, cleaner, better space that's cooler in the summer and warmer in the winter and has parking. It's better in every single way, and it's reasonable. You know, like our bills and stuff are all like fine, they're reasonable. And then people are moving out this way too, and it's like, oh, what a weird happy coincidence.
Yeah.
It would be kind of funny had we stayed down there and people are like, sorry, I got to quit Walnut Creek because I got to move to Concord because I can't afford to live here. And you'd be like, oh, man, where's all the people going?
Yeah.
It's just, you know.
Things work out the way they're supposed to.
Seriously, yeah. It is kind of just a weird happy accident. So.
Yeah.
And then, you know, you entrench yourself in a population, and now people walk here and they, you know, live 5 minutes from here, and it's all good. It's fun. Yeah.
I like it.
Oh, no.
I think it's been a good change. It's hard, you know, because I really love that little place, but I think it's, you know, been a good change.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it all comes full circle. I remember when you first came into our gym. I was like, what's up with this Teri person? Is she like spying or something? What's going on?
Why did I look like it? Oh, Yeah. Yeah, I remember coming into the gym too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, this is so small. Like, because I was here.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, would I be able to do this? Would I be able to? It just seemed so a little too small, just because, coming from this.
Made it work.
But I fell in love with the. I felt like an athlete.
Yeah.
When I came into your gym.
For sure.
Here I felt like I was like working out, coming to work out and socialize.
Yep.
I mean, not cutting it, because there's, different gyms and different strokes for different folks. But yeah, when I would go to Walnut Creek, I felt like, man, I'm like training for something. I'm like training for it.
Yeah.
And I'm just training for myself, So it was kind of cool.
You should do a Spartan race.
Yeah, I've done it before.
Do it again. So
I've done the one in, I think it was in San Francisco at the...
Yep, AT&T Park.
Oh, is that where it is?
Yeah. So we're going to try and get a big group together.
Oh,
I'm already signed up for it. There's
really?
like 8 people signed up for it, yeah. Because my hope
when
is...
When is it?
It's a super weird day. It's November 23rd.
Oh, why is it a weird day?
Well, because that's like Thanksgiving weekend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know why.
That
anyway.
doesn't me.
I want to have 4 killer events every year that people look forward to. And so softball, people are like, oh my God, I can't wait for softball. I canceled the wedding. I declined an invitation to a wedding because of softball game, and obviously it's very, very arrogant and stuff. But it's like, I want it to be that fun.
Yes.
That somebody would find their way to attend a thing and mark it off on their calendar and be like, please tell me when the softball game is because somebody else has got this thing. I don't want to go, but I have to. Tell me when the goddamn softball game is,
Yeah.
I want to have things that people look forward to that are that compelling.
Yeah, so okay.
Yeah.
So when I did the Spartan race, it was with 4 of the girls, and they like walked from obstacle to obstacle.
Okay, so you want to charge after it?
Well, I want somewhere in between.
We have that. So we're going to have 3 teams.
Okay.
We're going to have Catch Me If You Can, which is basically, peace, I'm going as fast as I can. Try.
Me. Yeah.
2, teamwork makes the dream work. So you and 3 or 4 other people go through it quickly together and help each other and like, okay, let's go. Hey, all right, chop, let's get,
Oh, yeah.
But it's kind of like your individual pace. And then, hey, I'm just here for the free beer and, posing for the selfie and, hanging out. And it's like, I want all those people to come and then hang out afterwards and have a beer and celebrate having done a fun thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure, I would love to do that.
Cool.
So, okay, so you're going to have, you plan to have 3 teams.
Yep.
Okay, and right now you have, like...
I don't know, like 8 people, 5 people signed up or something like that.
But you don't know, like, where they fit on your scale yet? Like...
It's going to be kind of like self-select. So, I mean, I'm not going to tell someone no and be like, hey, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think the way it works is there's like elite and age group. So the kind of Catch Me If You Can thing is going to be go age group, and then you get released all in one big heat. And it's kind of like people are going fast. And then the open things, which happen in the afternoon, is more kind of like, people just... Either they're doing it for the first time, or they're doing it like a work group, or something like that.
So I did I can't remember who put. So the Navy SEALs put it on.
Mm-hmm.
It's this wasn't Spartan. It was called something else. I can't remember what it was. They don't even do it anymore. I don't know why. But it was put on by the Navy SEALs. But me and a few friends did it, and it was up in Sonoma, and it was gorgeous. Yeah. It was actually after we had like these huge rains, so all the hills we had to climb were like they were muddy, and they were like wet and muddy, so it made it really difficult to you were sliding down the hills with these bags and walking and like all this I love doing stuff like that, but it was more along the lines of, it wasn't Catch Me If You Can, or it wasn't like I just want to drink beer. It was just like kind of somewhere in the middle, like we were like all helping each other. Like, if you couldn't do an obstacle, they made you do 15 burpees or something like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, I like doing stuff like that.
The one we did in June in Monterey was very much like that. Because there was, I think, 4 or 5 of us that did the age group heat, because we're like, all right, we want to, go for it. And then there was a group of maybe like 6, 10, something like that did the open format. And so they, kind of all stayed in the pack and helped each other out and stuff. And I think everyone had a good time because they got to kind of pick their own adventure.
Yeah,
so it was fun.
Yeah, and then we met another group of guys like along the way, and so we all kind of hung out and just like helped each other. So it's super fun.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah. So for sure. So November 23rd then? Or?
I think that's the date. It's something kind of awkward, like right next to a holiday.
Oh, okay.
Thanksgiving, yeah. But
holidays is, I'm a nurse, I work, I don't really have holidays.
Sure, yeah. We'll have to request that one off.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will.
Cool.
I would love to. Yeah, so I'll check it out. Look at my calendar.
All right.
Yeah.
Seems like a good place to end it.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you for the chat.
You're welcome.
No math questions.
I know.